JasherMaccabees. This is the final step of that series on Egypt and Joseph. And well, I think we left off with Joseph. Now we're going to move into another phase. Okay, next question is, did Mary, Joseph, and Jesus hide in Egypt? Let's go to Matthew 2, and we're going to be in the Sefer. We'll be in the Sefer. I think we'll take one verse from the KJV, but we'll mainly be in this Sefer. However long it takes, we're going to knock this out. Okay, Matthew 2, 13 through 20. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of Yah appeared to Joseph in a dream. Arise and take your young child and his mother and flee into Mizraim. Mizraim is Egypt. Let me start again. This is Matthew 2, verse 13 through 20. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of Yah appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Mizraim, and be there until I bring you word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Mizraim, and there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of Yah by the prophet, saying, Out of Mizraim have I called my son. Let me, boom. Out of Mizraim, or Egypt, have I called my son. Verse 16. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the Magi, was exceedingly angry, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem and in all the coast thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the Magi. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, In Ramah was there a voice heard, lamentation and weeping, and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children, and would not be comforted, because they are not. Verse 19. But when Herod was dead, behold, an angel of Yah appeared in a dream to Joseph in Mitzrayim, saying, Arise and take the young child and his mother and go into the land of Yasharel, for they are dead which sought the young child's life. Okay, let's see. Here's another one. Was Paul, let me move out the way here. Was Paul, the disciple, mistaken for an Egyptian? Let's go to Acts of the Apostles. Still in that Sefer. Boom. Acts of the Apostles 21, chapter 21, and we'll go verse 37 through 39. Again, this is Acts of the Apostles 21, chapter 21, verse 37. And as Paul was to be led into the castle, he said to the chief captain, May I speak to you? Who said, Can you speak Yavani? Are not you that Mitzri, which before these days made an uproar and led out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers. Verse 39. But Paul said, I am a man which am a Yehudi. And Paul stood on the stairs and beckoned with the hand to the people. And there was made a great silence. He spoke to them in the Erat tongue, saying, so he said a few things, but what stands out here in this passage, they thought he was Egyptian, but he's like, nah, I'm Yehudi. Let's move on to the next one. Move this to the side. Simon was called Niger. 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 Got a couple of things here. Isn't there a country in Africa today called Niger? But Simon was one of the disciples, and he was called Niger. There's a country in Africa called Niger, and I think Niger, then you want to think about Nigeria. That's kind of like, sounds alike. And then there was a place called Negro Land. If you take a look at the maps, Niger is sort of like it crosses over Negro Land. Let's take a look at Acts 13:1. 13:1. I think I'm only going to read one verse here. 13:1. Now there were of the congregation that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Bar-Navi, and Shimeon, that was called Niger, and Lucius of Cyrene, and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch, and Shaul. So what I see right there, I know there's a bunch of pronunciation challenges. Simon is called Niger. Let's move on. Okay, another one. Did Jesus, my fault. Did Jews or Israelites, did they flee? Did Jews flee to Spain and Africa during the siege of Jerusalem in 70 AD? You may want to Google that. The answer is yes. There's a book source, Flavius Josephus, The Jewish War. Again, the book is called The Jewish War by Flavius Josephus. He actually states that Jews flee, they escape to Africa and to Spain. Okay, another something to take a look at. Google the image of Cushite people. We're talking, this is all about trying to relate Africa and, trying to put some things together. Google the image of Cushite people. Remember, Moses was married to a Cushite woman. Moses was married. Let's take a look at it. Let's go to Numbers. Numbers 12. Let me see if I can find that. Numbers 155. Give me a second here. 155. So Numbers 12 verse 1. And Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moshe, because of the Cush woman whom he had married, for he married a Cush woman. That's Numbers 12 verse 1. Here's something else about Cush or Cushite. Did the Cushite queen Amanirenas bury the statue head of Emperor Augustus Let me say that again. Did the Cushite queen Amanirenas bury the statue head of Emperor Augustus at the Meroe temple entrance? So she put it in the sand. She got this head off a statue, put it in the entrance of the Meroe temple, the temple entrance for all of her people that walk back and forth. So it symbolized the fact that they defeated Rome. A daily reminder. So as you're walking, whoever's coming and going, the statue head, we walk over it. Wow. A reminder that the victory over Rome. Okay, number 10, let me see another fact. Google Caesar Borgia, the image. And what was let's pause. Caesar Borgia was the image they used to symbolize so-called Jesus all over the world. But the Borgia family was known for a few things. Here's a few things the Borgia family was famous for: controlling the Vatican, corruption, murder, incest, bribery, supporting Renaissance artists. So, you know, changing images and changing faces or whitewashing. Okay, let's see. Last set of notes here. Who was the Ashkenaz people? Ashkenaz became the Khazarian people, converted to Jews, but they're not Semitic people. The Ashkenaz are Slavic, from the Slavic territories, Germany and Northern Europe. Let's take a look at, let's go to the King James on this one. So we're trying to figure out Ashkenaz. So Genesis 10, verse 1 through 3. Genesis. King James Version here. Genesis 10. Sorry for the delay. Keep it moving. Let's see. Genesis 10. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were the sons born after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshach, and Tyrus. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Rephath, and Togarmah. Genesis 10, Ashkenaz. Okay, let's take a look at the Sefer. Trying to figure out who Ashkenaz is. Okay, so Jasher 7, 1, 2, 3. And this is just, I guess, the same. We got the KJV and we got the Sefer. Okay, so Jasher. And these are the names of the sons of Noah: Japheth, Sham, and Shem. And the children were born to them after the flood, for they had taken women before the flood. Verse 2. This is Jasher 7, verse 2. These are the sons of Japheth: Gomer, Magog, Madai, Yavan, Tubal, Meshach, and Triyak. 7 sons. And the sons of Gomer were Ashkenaz, Rephath, and Togarmah. So the son of Gomer is Ashkenaz. Okay, haven't given you any songs in a little bit. The last few, we're going to wrap it up with this. We got 3 songs. First song, the first 2 songs are by Hezekiah. First one is Jeremiah 4:7. That's the title of the song. Jeremiah 4:7. Second song by Hezekiah Ancient of Days. Ancient of Days. Last song. Artist is No Manservant and Hezekiah. It's like a dual project. Again, the song is Our Shepherd by No Manservant and Hezekiah. So, again, hope you enjoy these 3 songs. Jeremiah 4:7, Ancient of Days, and Our Shepherd. All praises to the Most High Yah.